What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. We got Albert now. Good morning to you. Good morning to Anna, Bill, Sydney, Frank. We got Jennifer. Good morning. Good morning to Joe, Justin. We got Lauren, Morris, Marius. Oh, my bad, Marius. Good morning to Martina, Mike, Shane. All my people out in YouTube land. Good morning to Clarice. We got real virtual demand already going. Let's talk about some Bitcoin. Let's talk about some SPY. We'll definitely cover that. And all my lurkers in the background, it's okay. I still love you. Hit that like and subscribe button. But Damien is in YouTube land. Good morning to you as well. But yeah, we'll see. If you guys got tickers, let me know. We could definitely pull those up, take a look at those. Yesterday's list was kind of small. It was like a small list of pre-market stocks with a lot of candles, a lot of openings just sitting inside of Friday's candle. Looks like today, most likely, probably a lot of the same. A lot of the same. There's obviously some outstanding moves. We did have some earnings that came in last night as well. So a couple candles may be breaking out. But SPY for right now is still inside of Friday. It is a retest gap. We are opening at a little bit of resistance. So let's see what this one wants to break out of. But if I'd be a little cautious, probably looking more for that pullback out of the gate. Somewhere around, if we're opening probably anywhere, I guess, under 540, 840. So make that a little bit of a retest. The good news with today, though, even though we were opening at a little resistance, and obviously if we could get the next 27 minutes a little bit higher, we could go a little bit higher than that 540, 840. That would take me into maybe this 20 EMA on the daily, probably for some kind of rejection. I do have the next VPOC up at like 551.46. So we do have some room bullish. I would assume, let me see if I can get that pen out. But I would assume that if we open right where we're at, we do probably come in for that little pullback. Hopefully, we use that 100 as some type of support. And then we get that bounce again, probably do nothing, and then we kind of break through. That's how I would like to see it go. Otherwise, I got yesterday's VPOC a little bit lower than the close, a little bit lower than the 100. I don't know if I would like it as much if we do come back for the retest, but that is definitely some kind of support somewhere around 545.32. So we'll see if we do want to come back into that zone. The reason I don't think I would love that in a bull case, or at least even as a day trading case, just because now you're probably just ending up back in chop because we got to re-break through that 100 again. But we do have CPI tomorrow morning as well. So if we just chop around today, obviously we're rallying a little bit pre-market, but if this ends up fading and then we just chop for the rest of the day heading into, that makes sense, but it's going to make it tougher to day trade today. So we'll see. We'll see. I do think we probably get that pullback at open, for at least for now. That's what it's showing us. And then looking for maybe some kind of initial bounce, 546.95, somewhere in that range. Let's check out the Qs. The Qs have woken up a little bit too with the SPY again. Still same thing, inside day. I'll real tests. I mean, no matter what happens the next couple days, and maybe CPI or PPI could get us out of this range, but at least for now, our real test is, can we get above this essentially 462, maybe a few pennies lower, or can we get below this candle? This is going to be the range, and it doesn't really matter what's in here. Obviously, we'll have some good day trades. We'll have some decent setups on some individual companies, but as long as I think that we're inside this range, I believe it's going to be a little bit more choppy and undirectional until we get some kind of news, which again, tomorrow, I don't think the CPI is going to be as big as it was 3 months ago, 6 months ago. I probably fairly comes in line unless there's some kind of black swan hidden in the CPI. I don't think PPI is going to be as big of a deal, but they should have some decent impact on the markets regardless. And maybe it's enough to bring some bull confidence back for us to get above this, or this is just all chop until we drop. So we'll see. But Qs, uh, not bad. Still a retest gap, still inside day from Friday at least. So we haven't made too much progress, but getting a little bit back. Otherwise, this is a retest. So if we drop down to 453.82, that's I think a fair spot. Wouldn't mind that coming back to that zone, even like 545.20, something like that. But that would not break in any. We don't have any moving averages to worry about. We're not breaking any other key levels. So if we come back for a real retest into that, and then we hold, I think that would be decent for us. And then that would push us probably to about 416, 460.90. My bad. 460.19 in the bullish direction. Otherwise, if we start breaking lower, we'd have to look for this 499.81. That could be a little bit of an issue, as yesterday we did kind of already get that bounce off of there. So if we start breaking down this 454.20 zone, I don't know if we break this today. I don't know if we come all the way down to 449.81 today. But if we start getting back down there, I think it is a little bit easier to break. So we'll see. Otherwise, we'll just hold it for there. And probably a little bit of chop, but I have to lean to the bullish side, especially after like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern. After we get some kind of initial pullback, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys got tickers. I know Real Virtual Demand says Bitcoin. But yeah, the crypto space has been perking up the last couple days, which is good. It needs it. It was slowly bleeding, just a tad. Here you do have a good double bottom, so not bad. We've been making higher VPOCs, so level of interest has been increasing, which is not bad too. Pretty good close yesterday. So big resistance on this would have been somewhere close to the 56,695 zone. As of today, we already came down. We were ready retested that, but watch that spot, 56,695. If we could continue to hold that, you do have some resistances where it starts to get a little choppy, but the next spot would take us probably to 57,850. But it is showing some signs of trying to bounce, which is good. And then we got to deal with all these moving averages. The first one on my screen, at least, is the 20 EMA. And then, again, got to deal with some VPOCs, some crucial levels in that zone. If we can start to break through that, 59, 157. And we got a couple spots. But this is also not quite 3-bar reversal, maybe 4-bar reversal. You had some decent volume on this kind of breakdown day. And that close yesterday got us right, maybe a few dollars above the close of that candle, which is good. So, maybe not a lot happens today after that little breakout. Probably a well-deserved rest day. Just kind of hang out in here for today, and then maybe look for continuation tomorrow. But, and I think that'd be a healthy rest. As long as we get that rest to close above the 56,613, otherwise probably a retest back down at least to the 55,200. So we'll see. All right, Bill's got a couple tickers. We got coin. Leonard's in the house in YouTube land. Good morning to you. Let's take a look at AMD. We'll take a look at that for sure. We got Coinbase inside day candle as well. Again, I don't know if Bitcoin rallies today. Could be a little bit of a rest day. If I'm dead wrong on that, it just wakes up and just starts rallying, which crypto could do that. That would be positive for Coinbase. Still not loving this candle, this close. The real bull case would be probably somewhere above here. Somewhere around 164.83 if we get back up into that zone for Coinbase. Got to get through that volume, otherwise we're just kind of chilling for now. If you do want to still trade it, because there's still money to be made if you want, which is not probably the best one in terms of range, but you still have about $6. Target to the bull side would be 161.54. I would see if you got a little pullback first. You definitely want to hold this 154.66, so you have a decent risk reward to the higher side. So not bad. We'll get it a little bit higher on the list for now. $6 is still $6. $6 still $6. We got Amazon, AMZN. I guess we should look at Oracle too. Amazon. It's a pretty okay gap. It is a retest from yesterday. So yesterday we did have a green day. That was still inside of this big red Friday. So I don't think yesterday really changed sentiment too much, and I would probably go leaning a little bit more bullish. Probably want less of a retest. I think we still get some pullback, but that pullback might land us to like 177.23. I got my 50 and my 100 right above us. So that could weigh us down a little bit. Again, I don't think on this one I would really like to retest yesterday's VPOC. I don't think we do. Um, I think in a worst case scenario, we're looking for some kind of pullback 175.48. I don't even know if I really want that to happen because then we're just leaning back into chop. But I would look at this more as a gap and go bullish than a retest gap. That being said, I do think there is a little retest, but I would really like to see 177.35 holds. If we get any kind of bounce off that, probably getting through those moving averages becomes a little bit easier. And then maybe target today is 180.13. A really good day would take us back up to 181.02. I think if we start closing above well, if we close anywhere above 180.13 today, I think that will get us some more continuation to the higher side. That being said, there's still a lot of resistance, 183.99 and 186.77. But Matthew says I'm watching Amazon to see if it retests back near yesterday's high in the first 30 minutes. Yeah, so that would be the spot. I don't really don't want to come back down to 174.37. But if it is going to retest and it starts breaking through, I have this VPOC here that does come into the high of yesterday. That still keeps us above the 20 EMA. But even a high wave candle on this one, honestly, if we get some kind of high wave candle, I think that might be worth the attempt to try to break through the highs of the day and then maybe enough momentum to take us to those moving averages. So I might not need a full pullback to there where you're looking for. I think that's a decent spot. Again, the problem with that, now we have to climb back through. That means we let this 176.35 go, and we also let this 177.23. That kind of tightens up the range a little bit. But interesting setup on that one. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Tessie. Tessie's on the move a little bit today. Or at least was fighting with the 220 level. I have 221.06. That's going to be a pretty key level. Let me see. I think it was a little higher than that actually. Let's see if we get more accurate on that. 221.09. And then the bigger target on this one will take us to 222.29. That I think is going to see, I would imagine, a whole heck of a lot of resistance on it. We still have this untested VPOC from 3 days ago, so Thursday, all the way back to 229.06. So if we really want to get crazy, not bad. We do have a little high wave indecision candle. That candle rested right on top of a lot of those moving averages. Looks like we're trying to bounce off of it. The retest for today, if we get some kind of pullback, probably takes us into the 217.33 zone. Question is, do you want to chase it or not? It's even though these are my levels, 221.09, we got 222.29. I think those are big levels. Doesn't give us that much room on Tesla. That 229.05 though, that would be something kind of impressive. I just don't know. I don't know if today, unless especially ahead of CPI, that we're gonna really go crazy on Tesla, and we could. I would almost want to see a little bit of a deeper pullback into yesterday's VPOC, come back down to this 217.26, even a quick flash at open. Start looking to hold that, and now that gives us like $4 right into the resistance, $5 into the bigger one with the potential to break through that to 229. So that would get me my best risk reward if we get a pullback. It's not a bad gap, but we are still definitely inside this big, massive bearish engulfing candle. And even on this day, I was like, the rest of the market was dropping. I was like, I don't really get the Tesla, and I still have some calls. I'm still in it if this thing could go crazy, but I think they expired not this Friday, next Friday. So we'll have to start working on maneuvering those around a little bit. Just as we're starting to lose some time. But not a bad looking gap. We'll get this one a little bit higher on the list. We usually have it on the screen. And then Nvidia. What indicators do I use? Uh, for the most part, my main indicator is the VPOC, the volume profile. That's my main thing that I use. Everything else, otherwise I have like the 200 EMA, this light blue line is the 100 EMA. The orange line is the 50 EMA, the red is the 20. Those are the main ones that I use, but I'm mainly trading off of price action and volume for the most part. Uh, those to me are the most accurate of where something should bounce. But I've used most of them before. I still refer to the others, and I think the other ones are good like references. But these are the ones that I use the most, and then it's just trying to figure out which candles we're getting at those zones in order to kind of set up plays. We got Nvidia. So Nvidia is opening well now slightly above. We're dancing around the support. This one actually kind of looks decent. Actually, I kind of like this one a lot. Again, we got the 100 right in front of us. Uh, what's the one at the bottom called with all the pins? This one down here, this is a TTM squeeze. It's a whole different setup. I don't use this for day trading. I'll use it for swings with options. But that's this one down here. We got Nvidia. I like this. I like where we're opening, to be honest. I don't like this 100 right in front of us at 109.19. It still gives us a little bit of room. About a dollar slightly under. And then the next VPOC takes us to 110.67. If we could break out of that, the next VPOC, I don't think we hit this today. That would be incredible, but that would take us back to 118.71. I think our stretch goal for the day would still be about 114.70. That takes me to this zone right here. That's right below some of those moving averages. We just have one or two in the way, one or two levels of resistance in the way of this, and that could be a good trade. We're gonna need some momentum, but I like the fact we're taking this out. This one might be a tough one. This 110.50. That's where this candle came in with all that volume. So there's going to be a lot of probably resistance right here, 110.67. Not bad though. Even that would take us up. Maybe we shave a couple shares at that spot. All right, we got Nvidia up higher on the list. Do I want to see a pullback? I really don't know if I do. But the first resistance, if we get some kind of pullback, should be 107.26. I kind of don't even want that pullback though. I'll go high wave with that one. If we go opening candle, high wave, not bad. All right, couple requests on AMD. I might like AMD a little bit more. I might like it a little bit more than Nvidia, but I kind of like both. This one's still same thing. We're opening right at a resistance. So we're at a very strong level here, but we are opening above this candle. That's our last candle with some volume. Why I might like this one better is the next Nvidia candle was like this one with huge volume. This still has some volume, but really the next big one is all the way up here. 156. We were talking about this yesterday. This is kind of the key spot that we're like, yeah, if we were up here, we didn't see any of this. We're like, where would be a good retest spot? That would take us right into here. So we've already hit that. Even for a swing trade, it actually might not be a bad location. And who knows what happens with CPI, PPI, and everything else with the Fed and everything else this month. But not a bad location. Pretty good open. I kind of like it a little bit more than Nvidia. Let's just see the ranges. I guess the big one would be 141.35. So that's still about $2 to the high side. And then if we could break through it, probably final target for today would be about 144.38. Not bad. Not bad. All right, we'll keep it up there. So look real quick at Oracle. Oracle obviously having a good jump up on earnings. They did beat on everything, earnings per share. They came in with a 4.38% beat, and then they came in with 73.698 million above expectations. They also raised on guidance. I don't know. They're not killing the markets, which is good. They're gapping up, I think, to all-time highs. It's gonna make this gap a little tough, being that it isn't all-time highs that we just got up there. But we finally got like even Nvidia's report was good. It wasn't crazy. I don't know that Oracle's was crazy, but you're getting a nice follow through, good gap up from it. So I have this one high on the list. If we're going bullish on this one, I don't think I want to play the fade, but and I don't have any targets, which makes it tough. But as long as this one keeps going, if Oracle starts to fade, the rest of the tech might kind of come down because Oracle's pumping a little bit of hope into it to the rest of the market. So we have to watch that one. I just don't have any targets or anything like that. AVGO, actually, that one looked pretty good too, pre-market. Let's see where we're at now, though. BEA, beautiful bounce off of that 200 yesterday. If you're gonna hold a spot, it might as well be that 200. We did it over here. Why can't that happen again? Beautiful looking bounce. Pretty good candle yesterday. VPOC is higher than Friday's. That's fantastic. I think the high of today might be a little bit of a challenge. That volume is absolutely incredible. If we start getting above it, we start getting closes for today above that candle. I'd have no choice but to look at like a 153.71 target to the higher side. So, uh, otherwise, might be a little bit more choppy today. Definitely watch that candle to the high side again. I think you might have about $2 higher. So, not an incredible range unless you think this breaks today. If it does, today's target I think is 144.91, and then on a swing basis, I think you probably go for quite a bit more. But good looking gap. This one I wouldn't mind seeing a little pullback first. I guess I don't care if it comes back down to this 139.17. That would get me really good risk reward in a bull direction. So we'll get this one higher on the list too. I'll get it right over there somewhere. We looked at Nvidia already, AMD, SMCI. The chips are coming in strong today. Chips are here representing. Oh, good candle yesterday. Nice little gap and go. Fantastic close. It was, well, I guess it was an okay close. I guess the next level I'm looking for this to break is 414.79, so about 79 cents higher. The next target from there takes me to 422.98 and then 435. Even if we get to that 435 mark, I think we have a really good trade. Stretch target for today probably takes us to 444.65. It is a beaten up stock, not anywhere close to all-time highs. It does still have a lot of room to the downside. Some of the volume that we got coming in, it's definitely a level that we want to see hold. Otherwise, it takes a next little dumperooski down to 332.73 and then 294. I'm gonna get this one pretty high on the list. I actually might like this one more than AMD and Nvidia combined, actually. It's opening at that little bit of resistance, so lots of volume on this candle. I think if we're slightly above that, yeah, we are. Small pullback. I want to see a small pullback on that one. Nothing too crazy. Bouncing off the weekly 100 simple. I like that one. Again, we still have a couple spots we got to try to get through, but it's doable. VRDN. Therapeutics. They disclose exciting data. So everyone got excited. Their little party from experimental thyroid disease, and then you can't have the word exciting and then thyroid eye disease in the same sentence. That's no counterintuitive. So yep, news on looks like drug development. Typically for me, I stay away from these things. If the news came out, I think this one probably fades, probably goes a little bit higher first, though, if it has not done so already. But watch 1645. That should be some kind of resistance. If it wants to keep going, look for like 1684. A lot of times after the news is already out, you do see some kind of fade, but those things they will trade wild. Dollar Tree, not doing too much yet. So this one's a little bit of a gap down. Actually, I don't really love where this one's opening. This is a gap and go to the bearish direction. Still inside day. I probably this one gets bought up at opens 66.92. Should be some kind of resistance. See if that holds. Otherwise, you do have a lot of room to the downside if you want to play something short. That might take you back down to like 62.22. But probably targets for today look for like 63.47. So a little bit of potential short, but most likely I think we're still just chopping. Chopping with a little bit of edge to the bear side. All right, let's see. Did that cover all of them? I know I had to have missed something. No, that covers all of them. All right, let's go to Hood real quick. Let's go to a couple more. Hood, that's chilling. INTC, that one's chilling. Starbucks, got a good bounce off the 20 yesterday, but big resistance. Gonna take us back to 92.94. If it could break that and holds, that would look decent. J Blue, nothing too crazy. AI. MU. Oh no, MU kind of looks good. MU looks decent if we get a pullback. Really good support somewhere around 86.23. Room to the higher side, it would be, I think today's target about 89.19. They probably do have a little bit of room on them. We were watching ARM yesterday too, and then Baba as well. Uh, ARM, that is a gap and go bullish retrace, so gotta wait for that one to pull back first. And then it's kind of still just in chop zone. Nice little gap on Baba. I think they got pushed into another market as well. I think they got added to another market. I read briefly, and I think I was like half. Nice little gap on that one. So I don't even see where we're opening. There we go. Opening price. You still have a little resistance, 84.22, and then target I think still takes us this 85.44. A little bit of a retest first. Maybe we kind of come back down, look for support around 82.95. But that is the opening bell. So everybody out there in YouTube land, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe buttons if you're not done so already. And we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll run it up again tomorrow. You guys are awesome.